Hello everyone, let me to introduce myself. My name is Mardiansyah and I'm from English Educational 4th semester. And today we will gonna discuss about what is the narrative text. So let's start. So what is narrative text? Narrative text is a type of the text that tell an event chronological order, both fiction and non-fiction. This text aims to provide information, increase knowledge, and entertain the reader. So the next is the structure of narrative text. There have four structure of narrative text. They are orientation, complication, and then resolution. After that, the last is reorientation. So what does it mean? So the number one is orientation. Orientation is a character recognition, place, and time of occurrence a story. And number two is complication. Complication is problem begin to arise and get to the heart of the matter. Number three is resolution. Resolution is the problem start to find a way out until it's completely resolved. And the last is reorientation. It contains the ending condition of the story, which includes character, place, and time. This section is include optionally can exist and not in the story. So the next is linguistic element of narrative text. The linguistic element of narrative text using past tense. Adverb of time, for example, when, suddenly, before, until, soon, and using time conjunction. For example, after, as soon as, then, and then using specific character of specific characters. For example, like Aladdin, Rapunzel, and Cinderella. There have five elements of narrative text. They are theme, and then background, plot, characterization, and the last is point of view. So what does it mean? So number one is theme. Theme is the main idea of the story. Example of themes that are often arise in narrative stories are love, family, friendship, separation, and so on. And number two is a background. What does it mean? Background is setting is in the form of information of the place and time of the incident, which explain where and when the event in the story occur. Setting refers to the understanding of the place and social environment in which is the event that are called take place. So number three is the plot. What is that? Plot is a series of pattern of behavior to solve conflict contained in the narrative. Usually the flow of story can be forward, backward, and the story starts from the end of the beginning, like a regressive and combined back and forward. Number four is characterization. Characterization is the appearance of the character list in the narrative essay. Based on the character, there is usually a protagonist, main character, antagonist against the main character, and protagonist, mediator, and our natural. With the presence of this character, the storyline becomes more interesting and create conflict. Number five is point of view. Point of view is the direction of the view and delivery of the other when telling a story. It can be in first person, second person, and third person. Narrative text material. And after discussion, there have like a task, and you can do it to know about your knowledge of narrative text. And see you next time.